video is about happiness, something I have struggled with more this year than ever. And today I just want to do a vlog style video going about my day, teaching you guys the things I've been doing to practice happiness, because I think happiness is a thing we have to practice. We really aren't wired as humans to just wake up and naturally be happy or be someone that lives in the moment all of the time. It's something we have to practice. So starting with number one, the key for a happy day for me, because I just like to take it day by day. When I wake up, I have to make my coffee and I have to get ready immediately. Getting ready boosts self-confidence, boosts self-esteem. It also makes you prepared for anything the day might throw at you. This is something I realized I needed to start doing after one day when I went golfing. I bought golf shoes for the first time and I really loved how I looked in my golf shoes, and I played my best round of golf yet. And I know it wasn't the shoes. I know it was because I felt good about how I looked. It's the look good, feel good effect. So I'm always trying to look good because it makes me feel good. One thing that I have been practicing for the last several months is writing down what I'm grateful for. There is research behind how this can rewire your brain to focus on the positives, because I think I focus on the negatives way too much. So this journal, I mean, the first thing it does is it asks you every day, what are you grateful for? Journaling, that sort of stuff, it feels good in the moment, but where I actually see the help is looking back at past days and going, wow, that day I really thought that, you know, my life was over and I was so stressed, and I'm so proud of myself for getting through that. Putting everything into perspective and looking back on those days, it really helps me. Today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp. BetterHelp's mission is to make therapy more affordable and more accessible for everyone, which I love. I remember the first time I looked into therapy, I was scared, I was nervous. So for the longest time, I just didn't do anything. I knew it was something I wanted to seek, but I didn't know where to go, so I didn't take any action. For the last, I would say about 3 months, I felt so stuck, confused, unmotivated. I was trying to help myself, but I knew it wasn't enough. I knew I needed to kind of seek learning from someone else on how to help myself, and BetterHelp made it so easy. BetterHelp makes it easy because it's online and fully remote. To get started, you take a short questionnaire. If you click the link in my bio, it'll take you to betterhelp.com/church. With that link, you will get 10% off. If you're at a place in your life right now where, you know, you've been in this rut, in this funk, you feel stuck, you feel like you need someone to talk to, I would recommend trying out BetterHelp. They really do make it so easy to get fit with a therapist. And thank you so much to BetterHelp for supporting my channel. Playground because I wanted to make a correlation between playgrounds and happiness, but it is being dismantled and renovated. Regardless, here is my correlation between playgrounds and happiness. A playground is one of the first things in life to make you so extremely happy. You go at 3 years old and oh my god, it's like literally Disneyland. And then you go at 6 and it's still the highlight of your day. It's so fun. And then you go at 9 and it's pretty fun. And then suddenly you're 11 and you're like, nah, it's okay. I'm kind of too cool for a playground now though. So that's hedonic adaptation. Whereas humans, we just get used to things. One thing makes us happy and excited for a while, and then eventually we swing back. Like you could win the lottery and move into a $20 million house tomorrow, and it's gonna be cool for a while, and eventually it's gonna feel like you're normal. You can relate it to your life like a roller coaster. So we all have this baseline of happiness that we naturally have, but life events will cause a swing of highs and lows. I took a look at the things that have caused me my highs and lows, and a negative effect of this can be that we're always chasing the next thing and we're not just living in the moment. Where I've been going wrong is trying to focus on those swings and how can I get to my next high, when what I really should be focusing on, how can I keep my baseline happiness at a consistent level that I'm satisfied with. And I think this is by enjoying the smaller things in life, like when I go to the grocery store and find edible flowers and that sparks a little bit of joy. When I go on a walk and my dog looks back at me. Making an extra nice breakfast for myself on a Tuesday just because, rather than trying to focus on the next big thing that's gonna make me super happy. Everyone loves going on walks, and we hear a lot about going on walks for our mental health, which is totally true. It's great for our mental health, but I didn't realize I was actually doing something on my walks that was really bad for my mental health, and I only learned recently about it. This is actually weird that I came across this, because when I go on a walk, I realize that that is what I do. I dream really, really big. I like to think of all these things that I could do in life, and every day on my walk, I dream about this life that I could have. I think about things like, oh, 5 years from now, I want to live in this house, and I want to have this much money, and I want to do this, and I want to make these videos, and I get like all these dopamine hits from doing that. Like, I get so excited because I am future fantasizing, and I was doing that every time I go on a walk. I would fantasize about my future and not live in reality at all, and then I would come home and feel overwhelmed by the idea of this future expectation that I'd have for myself and have no concrete plan to get there, and then I would just sit there and not do anything and like crash from that dopamine hit. A simple fix for this sort of too big of dreaming is to think in 24 to 72 hour increments. Think about that dream and then break it down to what can you do in the next 24 to 72 hours to slowly reach that dream. I've been putting that off. I've been a little scared. I dreamed really big about this website that I wanted to make, and now that it's kind of ready to be a thing, I've been putting it off. It's making me unhappy. So today I'm gonna do something about it. I'm actually gonna input some information into that website, something that I've been putting off doing. I'm like totally scared of failure. I'm afraid of putting in all this time and effort and then people not using it and not really taking to it. I guess really like the biggest failure would be to continue doing what I'm doing and just not do anything at all, right? If you do not have a lifelong hobby by now, it's time to get one. Lifelong hobbies are things that you can do your entire life, even when you get old and your bones start hurting. I've developed a lifelong hobby that I think has seriously enriched my life so much, and that is golf. I'm not here to convince you to golf. This is not just a segment about golf. It's about how if you grew up doing sports and you were always really happy doing that, and ever since you had to quit because you got older, you feel like it's just left this void that you cannot fulfill, then golfing is for you. Or tennis or pickleball or ski and hiking. Then once you have that hobby, prioritize it. It's really easy to let life get ahead of you and be like, no, I need to be working, I need to do this and that, and not prioritize your hobby. And why would you not prioritize what you love to do? Now, here's my quick segment on if you want to learn to golf, here's what you need to do. You're gonna get a friend that knows how to golf, or a friend that doesn't know how to golf but is also committed, looking like a fool and getting frustrated for a little while. You're gonna look up driving ranges in your area, call them, ask them if they have free clubs that you can borrow. They'll probably have them. They have them here at Inner Bay in Seattle. You're gonna sign up for a lesson and you're gonna learn how to swing a club, but you're not gonna be good at it. You're not gonna be good at it for a while. It's gonna take you like at least 1,000 swings, probably 10,000 swings before you start feeling comfortable. But once you get comfortable with it, it is addicting and it is so much fun. You just have to persevere through the awkward phase. The only downside of going to the driving range is it's kind of like going to the gym. When you're a girl there, all the guys are looking at you. They are, and they're looking to see if you're any good. So that's why it's fun to go with someone else. If you're a beginner, it gets you out of your own head about people looking at you if you're with someone else. But if you're by yourself, yeah, you'll get pretty in your head about it. It is just so nice having something to work towards getting better at. My goal is I want to be able to golf consistently in the 90s, but right now I'm looking at about a 105. Now I know it's very easy to say, oh, just get a new hobby, but when it comes down to it, putting yourself out there and doing something new, it can be intimidating. So I am gonna pick up a new hobby in this video. I have been wanting to try a pottery class, so I've been thinking about this for a couple months now, but taking no action on it, so I am going to sign up for a pottery lesson today. since I'm a little sweaty from golf, I'm gonna get my workout in now. I finally have found a workout where I can be consistent. You have to find a workout that works for you. Everyone knows of 12-3-30, right? The incline walking. I tried that and I did not like it. I was like, man, this is hard. I actually modified it and I do a 15 incline, which is harder, but then I do a 2.5 speed, which is slightly easier. For whatever reason, this is like my perfect match to get, you know, like cardio that's good for me, but feel like I can keep going for like a whole hour. I literally have done it for an hour before, but when I did it like 12-3-30, I just wanted to give up in 10 minutes. So find what works for you. But I'm so excited. This is something I actually look forward to. Then I do just 15 minutes of lifting weights of one muscle group. I used to torture myself with trying to do these long total body workouts, and as it turns out, it's really not that great for you. It's more efficient to just do even a quick 15 minutes of lifting one muscle group a day. So I alternate every 3 days between legs, core, and arms, and I found this is something that I can actually be consistent with, and I'm becoming a lot happier doing this. I ate a lot of pizza this last year. I had a lot of bad habits. You guys know I hadn't been sleeping well, and my jeans are fitting tighter than ever, which isn't something that I'm super happy about, but I finally found a perfect little balance for myself of happiness, health, and getting to eat the pizza too. Dogs are all fed and now I am headed to the pottery class. I'm a little bit nervous. Not that good at arts and crafts, I'm really not, but if I take my time, I'm okay. I've heard pottery is pretty hard to like get the hang of. I found out this place CFAB existed simply by exploring. I was driving around one day and I saw it looked like this really cute cafe, so I googled it, and it turns out they serve coffee on the top, and at the bottom, right on the water, it is a pottery studio. As expected, I was not very good at this, but it was so much fun. Again, there is research that shows if you do art once or twice a week, you are happier than other people, and I can totally see why. This literally felt so relaxing. And not to be corny, but obviously it was a struggle. But once I finally let go of trying so hard, that's when things started moving smoothly and working for me. And I actually made a little bit of art. I seriously cannot wait to go back and take another class. It was super fun. I just finished pottery. I made 3 things, a little creamer and 2 bowls, and I was not good, not to my surprise, but it was really fun. It was so relaxing. I feel like I just did yoga or something. It was like yoga for my mind. It was, oh, so nice. All right, let's give these a try. I know I talked earlier about like not chasing the next thing, but I am really excited for my new kitchen. Like just a kitchen with natural light, with more space. It's more conducive to entertaining. I can't wait. I do think it's gonna open up a whole new cooking hobby for me. To be honest, like, I still have been feeling kind of stuck, right? And I think the sole thing is just this house. This townhouse, don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm so thankful for it, and it's had its time, but I just feel like I've grown past it now. It just sucks coming home to like what feels like a shoebox, and I'm so ready for a single family home. I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's really hard for me to get that out of my head, to be honest. But all right guys, that's the video. Working these things out within myself has definitely helped me on a road to being happier overall. Hopefully you can take something from this, whether it's dream big but not too big. Don't be scared, just give yourself 1 or 2 bite-sized little things to do. Get a good lifelong sport. You're gonna love it. Talk to someone if you need to. Find a workout that really works for you, and try not to chase the next thing too much. I think that's something that we could all work on a bit, me included. I'll see you next time. Bye.